Hello. In today's video, I have a very special treat for you, and that is I'm going to be showing you 10 of the most difficult to impossible albums to get on 8-track tape. And these are from the hair metal genre of the 80s. And as you may know, 8-track tapes were discontinued in stores in the early 1980s, actually 1983. The late winter to early spring of 83, they pulled the tapes. And if you wanted to get that format going forward, you had to join the record club. And that would be RCA Records through 1987, or Columbia House Tape Club. And they actually lasted 1 year longer to 1988. So some of these albums that I'm going to show you today, actually all of them, are from the 80s and were not sold in stores. So to begin, without further ado, we'll start with a very popular and great band of the 80s, and that's Motley Crue. That would be Shout at the Devil, released in 1983. It does exist on 8-track tape. This is the RCA Record Club version. Let's see, on the back, the side, you've got the Shout at the Devil, and then the Motley Crue logo. Well, not the logo, but the band name. And then on the back, there's the track listing. Back to the front again. So you've got 1983, and that's the RCA Record Club version. There was also a Columbia House version that year, and that looks like this. So it's got the same album cover. It's still a little bit different styling, obviously. On the back, there's the Columbia House version wording, and then on the spine as well. So very difficult 8-track to find. If you see it for auction, it'll fetch several $100s pretty easily. On to number 2, another very popular band of the 80s. Was Dokken. And this would be their 1985 release, Under Lock and Key. Now this one is signed by George and Jeff, so it's really cool. I got it years ago, and it didn't actually pay all that much for it, but this would be another one of those that fetches pretty high dollar in the secondary market. There's the spine as well. This was an RCA version as well. I don't think there was a Columbia House release of that record. Okay, number 3, and these are in no particular order. I just pulled them out and decided to show you them in a random sequence, I guess. This would be Europe's The Final Countdown, released in 1986. Very difficult to find, but very cool looking cart there. And there it is, The Final Countdown. This would be an RCA Record Club version. I don't think there, actually I'm sorry, it's a Columbia House version. I don't think there was an RCA Club version of that record. Okay, going to number 5, right? Yep, number 5. Rat's first EP, actually. Arguably the most difficult to find of all of them. Even Invasion of Your Privacy is the other. As far as I know, they only had 2 albums that were released on 8-track tape. And that would be this one and Invasion of Your Privacy, which I'll show you next. This was on Time Coast Communications Records. So, and it was released through the record club through RCA, but you'll find a lot of these smaller labels are harder to find because they didn't have the distribution, and hence I don't think they produced as many of the albums. In fact, Rat's EP, this is an EP on 8-track tape, so it's not even a full record. And again, those are going to be a little bit less in demand, especially back then. Of course, now it's very much in demand from 8-track tape collectors. You'll find that one, again, that would be a couple $100 tape right there as well. That's usually what these fetch if they're in good condition, and especially if they're factory sealed. And that brings me to this. This is a factory sealed version of Rats Invasion Your Privacy from 1985. It's a beautiful copy. It's funny that you actually will see sealed copies. They're not, I mean, they're rare, but they're not impossible. And the way you tell a factory sealed copy is actually the easiest way is on the side. It looks like it's a cigarette wrapper, cellophane. It's got the folds on the sides. That would be the signs of a factory sealed tape. It's also got the thinner cellophane. Some of the resealed tapes have the thicker cellophane, and you'll actually find a punch hole in the cartridge itself. But again, these weren't sold in stores, so you can only get it through the record club. And you would have to sign up for the 8-tracks, which hardly anybody did back in the 80s. And here's another one, Autograph. That's the stuff, 1985. This is another factory sealed edition. And there's the back. This is a pretty tough one to find as well. And this one here is autographs. Check this out. That's the stuff, and sign in, please. This is a 8-track that was only released to those arcades. If you remember, especially us Gen Xers as kids, you play in the arcade, the pinball and all that kind of stuff, and they would play. This was to be played in the arcades. So there's a very few of these that are out there. I've only seen one on eBay in 12 or 13 years, and I own it. So it's pretty much impossible to find. I mean, it says not for sale on it. So these were, again, they were given out or as a promotional thing to these arcades. Okay, onward. We've got a couple more to go. I've got 4 more, so I guess we're looking at number 6. I counted the I counted the Motley Crue and the Autograph as one each, since it was pretty much the same album, more or less. Anyway, number 6 is Quiet Riot 3. Again, you'll never find this. There's well, you will, because I found one. Condition Critical is pretty tough to find, but this number 3 is, I mean, it's next level. And this was released in 1986. I think part of the reason, because this wasn't a real popular album. I mean, who has Quiet Riot 3 on anything? Do you? CD, vinyl, I don't know. But anyway, 8-track, impossible, well, nearly impossible to find. Number 7, my copy is not in the best condition, but when you see these, they're not, I've never seen a real good condition. I guess people played the heck out of these. This is Bon Jovi's debut from 1984. And, so it's got some wear on it. It's actually not bad. It's actually one of the better ones I've seen. I guess it was, people just jammed this in their 8-track player back in the 80s or something and just played it a lot, because every one I've seen has been in bad condition. I don't think I've ever seen a good one, or much less a factory sealed version, but never say never. There might probably pop one up. One will pop up for sale tomorrow. Okay, so number 9, we've got a band. I'm actually wearing the shirt, so you can see. That gives it away probably. This is Striper. 1986 is To Hell with the Devil. This is a sealed it's a factory sealed copy. It's actually, some of the cellophane is broken apart here, but it's still sealed in the front and the back, so it counts as being sealed. And it's a pretty copy, as you can tell. So again, this is a one that you'll pretty much never see. They'll pop up every 5 years maybe on eBay. You have to be lucky and be willing to spend a little money to get it normally. Finally, this one, Vandenberg. Actually, I guess it's their first record, the self-titled Vandenberg album. This is from 1982, so it's kind of right when 8-tracks were done, but it is a record club version. I don't know that this album was ever sold in stores. I'm going to guess it wasn't. If it was late 1982, there's no way, but It's possible if it was in early, 82, I don't know. But this is a pretty hard one to find. Again, you'll see it pop up every 5 to 7 years. Anyway, Vandenberg, and I hope you enjoyed this video. I appreciate you watching. When I find some more crazy 8-tracks or vinyl or cassettes to show you, I'll be back to make another video for you. Thank you very much.